Peace and love, Reflections. Welcome back. I'm gonna wait till some people get in the room. It say live, but okay. Today, I'm gonna do a video addressing my Babylon mother, because I feel like I'm being attacked. At first, she was attacking me through my social media, but then I addressed it, and then when I addressed it, she blocked me from all social media. So I didn't really feel a need to even talk about it no more, so I just left it alone. But now that I see that she's attacking me through my Reflections social media, and this is not okay, because if you position yourself to do whatever you can to do the right thing in this earth realm, and then you have this one person, or the person that seems like it's the closest to you, because you was programmed into a family to think that you needed these people to live with and to be with, and they started bashing you from all angles, like, you know, and just not supporting you, it will hurt your feelings, because that was the person that was close to you. So I keep saying that you keep saying that you're my mother. Who is my mother? And who is my brother? And who is my sister? For whoever does the will of my mother in heaven is my mother and my brother and my sister. My Babylon mom is she's in the lower self. It's a reflection of me in my lower self. And my Babylon mom reincarnated me into this earth realm to reflect herself and to learn from herself, which is me. I'm herself and she is me. And in that process, being programmed into a family, they teach you that you have control over whatever you have, whatever possession you have. And when you have a child, you ultimately think of that as a possession. So children are like an empty cup. And when a child comes out, the mother or the father dumps and pours everything that they think they know into the child, and that child ultimately becomes them. Me, on the other hand, being the energy that I am and having the life purpose that I have, when I was beamed into this earth realm, reincarnated through my Babylon mom, I had to learn from her as well. Though she had to learn from me, I had to learn from her. She decided not to learn from me, because I remember a time where I was in Babylon with my Babylon mom, and I wanted to make changes in my life as far as dietary concerns, feeding my body the right thing, watching good things, putting good things into my subconscious, and she didn't vibe with it. And I didn't judge her. I never judged her for anything that she didn't vibe with, that I was projecting to her, because that's not my place. So it hurted my feelings to know that the person that seemed so close to me was not vibing on the same frequency. And I would actually bring stuff into the home to make a difference and make a change, and I was not acknowledged. And it hurted my feelings, but I never said anything about it, because I knew that what was going on was bigger than me. I knew what was going on was bigger than her. And I ascended past that part of myself. She was an obstacle. She was myself. She was me reflecting me back to me as an obstacle for me to overcome. And I have ascended that part of myself. now that I'm actually doing what my life purpose is. What I'm doing is not out here just being some girl that doesn't know what she's doing or can't make choices for herself. I'm very aware of what choices to make, and I can say that for myself, that the choices that I have made up until now has been for the betterment of my being. Everything that I have set out in life was a choice to better my being. And though those choices may not be, what would you say? If those choices would not, would not be reflective for you, it is for me, because this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I have a purpose, and everybody has a purpose, but my purpose, you might look at me and think like, I would never see her doing that, and then you call me by my Babylon name, Velvet, and you keep saying that you're my mother. You're not my mom. And I don't mean that to be mean. I don't mean that to say that I don't love you, because I love myself. But I need you to understand that you are my student now. I am your teacher. My Babylon mom is my lower self. My Babylon mom is living in my lower self. I have ascended my lower self, and now I am in my higher self. Everything that I'm doing is in my higher self right now. The way I eat is my higher self. The way I speak is my higher self. The decisions that I'm making is through my higher self. I am not living in my lower self. And when I put the information out there and try to teach you, you push me away. You run away from that part of yourself. That's not my issue, because I have faced myself. I am now living in harmony with my own body. When I was in Babylon, I was not living in harmony with my body. I was going against my body. I was the cancer of my body. And though I knew that, somehow I knew that. And I would try to make decisions and be like, as then I would just call her mom, and I would be like, can we eat this? Can we eat vegetables? And you're really not supposed to eat vegetables, but that was the process, you know what I'm saying? And I would be like, let's try to cut down on meat. And she would be like, okay, she'll give in for a little bit, and then it'll be right back to full-blown meat. And then next thing you know, I'll be back having I'll be a carnivore. I'll be being right back a carnivore. I went from being vegetarian to carnivore to vegetarian for many, just because of the influence of my Babylon mom. And though I'm not blaming that specific astrological energy, I am not blaming you for anything. I am just saying that you are my lower self. You are a part of my lower self, and I have ascended that. I have ascended that part of myself. I have rose beyond that part of myself. I am no longer my lower self. I don't live like that no more. I am pure. I live by truth. Truth guides me, not some being that you think you see, because that being that you think you see is a reflection of me. That reflection is me. I really just want all of my lower selves to learn from me, because you are my students now. I have knowledge that you don't have, and I can help you now. And like I said in one of my first videos, when I addressed my Babylon family, some people was like, oh well, if you stop messing with your family, then that'll be a bad thing, and all this and all that. How did you come into this room? You popped up in this room by yourself, unless you had a twin, but technically you were still by yourself, because that twin is a reflection of you, and you are the same person. You are one being. So you popped into this reality by yourself. And I didn't necessarily even have a family when I came into this realm, and neither did you. And we are programmed to think that family are the people that you are born into, and you have to be with these people, and they have to have a connection with you, or you're not gonna be shit, or you're not gonna have nothing, or you're not gonna have connections. Family is frequency. Family is frequency. The frequency of my lower self is not my family. The frequency of my higher self is my family. The beings that I am around right now are my family, are my frequency. The beings that think like you and do like you. My lower self is not doing like me and not thinking like me. Therefore, I am not a part of it. My higher self is thinking like me and doing like me. That is my family. We have to break these spells of what is family. Because even, I don't know, for some reason, I just want to put this out there. For some reason, my Babylon dad understands everything that I'm doing. And he reincarnated me as well, which I reincarnated myself, because my Babylon parents are reflections of myself. And like I said, they are a part of my lower self, and that's a part of myself that I have ascended. But just to know the fact that my Babylon dad supports and understands what I'm doing shows me that at some point in time in one of his lifetimes, he I guess was supposed to do what I'm doing right now, but he had karma attached to it, and he had to face his own karma. So he's stuck in his karma. Me, on the other hand, I don't have no real karma like that. I don't have kids. Kids are your karma. And for my Babylon mom, I want you to know this. Kids are your karma. Kids come, you reincarnate these kids as a reflection of yourself to learn from them. Because if you are not like a child, and if your heart is not light as a feather, you will not be able to enter the kingdom of heaven. And this is heaven. Where I am at right now is heaven. It does not have to be some superficial place that they tell you about in church. A mind state. Heaven is a mind state. Babylon is a mind state. And if you continue to have that mind state, you're going to continue to be there. Even if you come to a higher place, to a higher existence where I am, and you still have the mind state of Babylon, you're going to bring Babylon wherever you are. There you go, yourself will be revealed to you. And because you're so warped in the programming of thinking that you have control over me, you can't stop to look at the bigger picture. Like, wow, you can't even respect the name that I want to be called, because you think you gave me a name. That's not my name. Now my name is EJ, and you don't even respect that. So why would I want to have communication and contact with something that does not respect a reflection of themselves? You don't even respect yourself. Although it hurts my feelings, I rose above that. Like I said, I've ascended that part of myself. So now when I look into the camera, or when I look at a comment that you have posted, I know that you are coming from a lower vibration, a lower frequency of myself, and I have forgave you for you not know what you do. You don't know what you're doing right now. You're so warped in the programming, you can't even see the truth. You are living a lie. You harbor a lie right in your being. And like I was saying earlier, kids, Babylon mom, you had 8 kids. 8. Did you, at one point of time, when will you stop and think, okay, why did I have all these kids? What is reality trying to show me? But yet you have blocked me from all social media, so you can't even get the video that I made on children. You are not hurting me. Well, you are not hurting this